Barbara Sosson has a terrific show at Gross McCleaf. The gallery's Emma Cook gives us a heads up.
Throughout her career spanning over 50 years, Barbara Sosson has developed stature in the Philadelphia arts community as a painter, designer, and gregarious personality. In Sensuous Shapes and Mimicry, Sosson struts her stuff with a grouping of new oil paintings that combine two wings of her practice, abstraction and representation. Sosson began this exhibition with two fully abstract, shape-based paintings that use formal devices to suggest the effects of specific physiological experiences. Moving deeper into the series, nameable components begin to appear. Parts of the human form and the trunk of a tree are nested within flat planes of expressive color and texture. The bulk of the series further incorporates representation by presenting colorful, exotic birds within dynamic shapes, patterns, and colors that complement their beautiful plumes.
Barbara, I understand you've always worked in series. So why birds?
I'm very interested in the way that birds' cells have a code that creates the patterns that form their plumage. It's amazing that they are mimicking their environments for camouflage. Very good subject matter for the kind of work I'm doing now.
In the 1970s and 80s, Barbara Sosson Design was the key name in Philadelphia art publications.
When I was 27, I set up my own graphic design firm, and it became quite successful.
I knew her design work well before I knew her as a person or as a fine artist. Did the business keep you from painting?
No, I never stopped painting. I always had a separate professional studio that I went to on the weekend. And now I paint 5 days a week and do computer work on the weekend, pro bono, for the Fellowship of the Academy as their president.
Speaking of PAFA, I see you were the winner of a coveted Crescent Traveling Scholarship back in the day. Have you been exhibiting regularly since your school days?
I always had shows. I was always in group shows. I even had two former solo shows at the Gross McCleaf Gallery in 1982 and 1983 under Estelle Gross, who was the original owner.
Did working in graphic design have any effects on your fine art?
My work is kind of a combination of a lot of different influences that I had by looking at art every day in my business. My work has a lot of hard, soft contrast. That's an arty way about talking about paint.
Who was one of your hard-edged heroes?
I did a couple catalogs for Edna Andrade, a very hard-edged painter. And I also was exposed to a lot of drippers, too.
So, Emma, what's a viewer going to take away from Barbara's show?
These combinations of representation and abstraction flock together, making this exhibition a delightful experience. You'll be happy as a lark.
Well, technically speaking, you'll be as merry as a magpie. Barbara Sosson, Sensuous Shapes and Mimicry will be on display at Gross McCleaf through the month of February 2023. And as an Academy Fellowship member, I want to thank you, Barbara, for all the work you've done on behalf of us alumni.